So check it out, Ludum Dare was last weekend. And for those of you that don't know what Ludum Dare is, it's a game jam. And for those of you that don't know what a game jam is, it's like a competition thing where you gotta make a game. You got 48 hours and you gotta make all the art, all the code, all the music, and all the sound effects by yourself. You make a game, man. It's fun. You get to make a game. It's sick. So anyway, I decided I was gonna compete, and I haven't done one in a while, and the last one failed pretty miserably. This time, I needed to pick one very small mechanic that was fun that I could focus on and just polish the crap. Basically, the opposite of everything I do in most normal jams. Whenever I start a game jam, one of the first things I do is pick out a nice color scheme that pops. I tend to use this Coolers site. This site. So I immediately thought of a level that's spinning and you need to get a key to escape. I started prototyping that, and the whole level spinning didn't feel very good. There was a lot of issues with figuring out at what angle the player needs to slide. I scrapped that and decided to pivot to something more doable in the time frame. Poof! The walls are now spikes and the angle problem disappears. After implementing and testing the idea, it felt way more fun, so I rolled with it. And now I had a core mechanic that I could build everything around. I think the next step is really to start polishing that one thing until it feels really good. I added screen shake and spinning and squashing and stretching and tweening. And if you ever feel like your game is dull or boring, just add some juice. So I started drawing and came up with this little guy, which I immediately named Dwight. Because, I mean, come on, look at it. It's clearly a Dwight. So my favorite tutorials are the ones I don't know are tutorials, and that's what I was trying to achieve. I wanted to teach the player how to jump, do the double jump, be able to drop through things, collect keys and enter a portal without actually telling the player that. When I was doing this, I accidentally copied the "This is Dwight" text onto my transitions layer, and so when the level reloaded, "This is Dwight" faded in with it, and the inspirational quotes were born. I basically Googled around for feel-good messages about change and added some logic to randomly pick one. It might be a little too sappy. I woke up really early the next morning and immediately jumped into beepbox.co. I'm not great with music, but the program is really user-friendly, and I was able to get together a few songs that weren't the worst thing I've ever heard. I basically made weird noises into my mic until I felt like I had sound effects that would work. You feel a little bit goofy doing it, but honestly you can make some pretty good effects with this method. Entering the portal, however, needed a little bit more oomph. I got out BFXer and randomly clicked the power-up effect until I found something that sounded good, and I threw in the sound effects. Then I realized that maybe I didn't want to hear them for the next 6 hours, so I quickly built a pause menu and gave the player a way to turn the music and sound effects off. I threw in a menu, I tried to add some juice to it, and then I did the same for the "You Win" screen. At this point, I had about 2 hours left in a game that was playable from start to end. I mean, granted, you won after 2 levels. I spent the next 2 hours adding levels and tweaking and balancing them. I also found several bugs throughout the process and fixed as many as I could. Some of them escaped me. They know who they are. And actually, I want to make one thing clear to any bugs listening. I'm coming for you. Sorry, getting off topic. It was a mad rush to the finish line to get my game uploaded and submitted in time, but it worked out and everything was great. This was definitely the best game I've made. Also, this is my first video. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see game jam type content, consider subscribing. Until next time, peace.